Have you ever been excited to dive into coding only to be stopped in your tracks by an error message? It can be incredibly frustrating, right? If that's you, then you're in the right place. Today, we're tackling a common Symfony issue, the too many parameters error. I totally get it. You're new to Symfony, and you just want to run a query to get your articles. But instead, you encounter an error that says, too many parameters, the query defines 0 parameters, and you bound 1. You're not alone in this struggle. Many developers face similar challenges. Let's break down the specific situation you're facing. You have a function called getFilteredArticles that takes in parameters for pagination and filtering. But when you run it, you get that confusing error message. Sound familiar? Let's dig into this together and find a solution. So what could be causing this error? It often happens when the query builder doesn't recognize the parameters you're trying to bind. This can be due to the way conditions are set up in your query. We'll break it down step by step to help you understand what's going wrong. And don't go anywhere. I've got a crucial tip at the end that will help you avoid this error in the future. To address the user's issue with the query, we first need to understand the error message. The error states that there are too many parameters, indicating that the query is not recognizing the parameters being set. The user should check the conditions in the query. Each conditional statement that adds a where clause must ensure that it does not overwrite previous conditions. Instead, it should use the and where method to add additional conditions. Next, the user should ensure that the parameters are being set correctly. If a condition is not met, it may lead to the query not recognizing any parameters. The user can add debug statements to check the values of the parameters before executing the query. Finally, the user should review the overall structure of the query. It's important to ensure that the query builder is correctly configured and that all joins and selects are properly defined before executing the query. Fun fact, Symfony is named after the French word for symphony, reflecting how different components work together harmoniously. Just like in coding, harmony is key. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user encountered a similar issue in Symfony 4 with Doctrine 2.6. They received the error, too many parameters. The query defines 0 parameters and you bound 2. The solution was to ensure that parameters were defined correctly in the and where method. This user aimed to help others facing similar struggles by sharing their experience and solution. Now, let's see a response from a different user. An alternative solution from another user suggests using the and where method instead of where. This is important because the where method removes all previous conditions, which can lead to confusion about the number of parameters. Here's the tip I promised. Always validate your parameters before binding them to your query. This simple habit can save you a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. With these tips, you should be able to resolve the too many parameters error in your Symfony application. Remember, coding is a journey, and every error is just a stepping stone to becoming a better developer. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips and keep coding.